Britain has castles, France has cathedrals, America has malls, but Russia? Russia has this, a towering military green church built to glorify tanks, missiles, and saints in equal measure. This is the cathedral of the Russian armed forces. It looks like a fortress, feels like a shrine, and sounds like a warning, and it may be the single most honest piece of architecture the Kremlin has ever produced. Built between 2018 and 2020, this isn't your grandma's Orthodox church. Located in Patriot Park, and yes, that is its real name, the cathedral was dedicated to the 75th anniversary of the Soviet victory in World War II. Officially, it honors the resurrection of Christ. Unofficially, it's the spiritual wing of the Russian Ministry of Defense. Everything here is by design. Symbolic, militarized, liturgical in its loyalty to the state. The church is 95 meters tall. The main dome, 19.45 meters in diameter. That's 1945, the end of World War II. Cute. Even the steps outside. There are 1,418 of them, one for each day of the Soviet-German war. But this isn't just kitsch. It's coding, history as prophecy, geometry as ideology. Its walls are military green. The floors are literally made from melted down Nazi tanks. You walk on the defeated. Above your head, not saints with doves, saints with Kalashnikovs. Mosaics of medieval knights besides modern soldiers, halos floating above helmets. And watching from the ceiling, an icon of Christ the General. Think Byzantine warlord or Orthodox Robocop. This is not a place of peace. This is a sanctified command center. Everything inside this building serves the same message. War is sacred, soldiers are saints, to fight is to pray. Even the bells are weaponized, decorated with emblems of each branch of Russian military. There are mosaics of ancient saints, and also of soldiers from Georgia, Syria, Crimea. One floor mosaic includes the words, "Return of Crimea 2014. It gets weirder. One mosaic was supposed to show Vladimir Putin, and another, Joseph Stalin. Patriarch Kirill called it a celebration of victory. The critics called it blasphemy with wallpaper budget. Even Putin thought it was too much. He asked that his image be removed. Humble king energy. Stalin was also dropped, though I imagine it was less about the taste and more about the optics. Still, the Crimea mosaic stayed, just no faces. Just the Virgin Mary watching over those little green men. And on one wall inside, a list of Russia's modern wars. Georgia 2008, Syria, Crimea 2014, and the space left blank for the next chapter. Spoilers, that space didn't stay empty for long. See, this cathedral isn't just a monument, it's a declaration. Towering mission statement of the Russian state, that the military is not just a state power, it's a divine power. From the melted Nazi tanks under your feet to the battle flags on the ceiling, everything in here says one thing: God is with us, and we have missiles. In 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine. The justification? Denazification. That word wasn't chosen by accident. It was painted, carved, and mosaicked into the Russians' national religion. This cathedral made the narrative literal. Fighting Nazis equals holy war. Invading Ukraine equals spiritual duty. It was all there, in glass, in steel, in the sermon. When the war began, Patriarch Kirill wasted no time. He blessed the soldiers, called it a battle for the soul of Russia. Translation: go with God and bring your guns. The cathedral, in retrospect, wasn't just a monument. It was a playbook, a prophecy, a holy war waiting to happen. Critics called it the Cathedral of Victory. Others, Temple of Future Wars. Because in the architecture of modern Russia, there are no lines between the altar and the arsenal. The dome is a helmet, the sermon is the battle plan, and the pews full of soldiers in camo. So when the historians ask, did no one see this coming? Point them here, to this building, to the sermon in stone. Invasion didn't start in 2022, it started here in Patriot Park, right here, where God and war wear the same face.